What's going on, guys? So I'm back today to talk about another new release film that's come out over the past couple of months. And I'm trying to get caught up on these movies. I fell behind on new releases for a while, especially in the month of October, where I was churning out horror content. So I'm trying to get caught up on a lot of films that I haven't watched yet. And one of the movies I've been really looking forward to is the new film starring Nicolas Cage called Pig. Pig is the new Michael Sarnoski film and stars Nicolas Cage and Alex Wolff. And the story is about Nicolas Cage, who is a former chef, and he has a pig and lives in the middle of nowhere outside of Oregon, and he has a truffle pig who goes and sniffs out these very expensive truffles, and he sells them to Alex Wolff, who is a salesman for restaurant supplies for some of the biggest restaurants in Oregon. And so early on in the film, someone comes and steals Nicolas Cage's pig, and the movie is Nicolas Cage and Alex Wolff going through Oregon and trying to find out who took Nicolas Cage's pig. So when this trailer to this movie first came out, everybody just assumed, seeing that trailer, that, you know, Nicolas Cage gets his pig stolen, that he's gonna go on this violent murder rampage to try to find who stole his pig. And I think that's, you know, it could be said that that's to this movie's benefit. And I think that's because of the fact that I think Nicolas Cage is a fantastic actor. I don't think people give him enough credit for how talented of an actor that he is. And I understand that he's constantly churning out these direct-to-streaming movies, or like direct-to-Redbox movies from directors that no one's ever heard of to make a paycheck. And that's fine, you know, actors can do whatever they want. But calling him a bad actor, I think, is definitely misunderstood. And I don't think people understand enough about Nicolas Cage's performance and the type of actor that he is to understand that he really needs a good director to bring material across. It's been proven throughout his career, especially you look at a film like Leaving Las Vegas, which he received an Academy Award for. You look at something like David Lynch's Wild at Heart, or something newer like Panos Cosmatos' Mandy, where you get these really incredible performances from Nicolas Cage because he is a talented actor. It just takes the right director to get that type of performance out of him, because he's gonna go unhinged if you let him. He's going to do crazy stuff. It's proven throughout his whole career. And those are fun movies. I like some of his really off-putting, intense, in-your-face performances. I think they're a lot of fun to watch. It's very dependent on the type of filmmaker that Cage is working with on how that performance is going to come across. What you get with Sarnoski's Pig is you get a performance from Nicolas Cage that, in my personal opinion, should earn him an Academy Award, or at least a nomination. This is Cage at some of his most reserved, and his dialogue isn't super heavy in this film, but when he does speak on subject matter, it's so well crafted, the dialogue is so well written, and it's just performed perfectly. And I think that it says a lot about Cage, because you watch this movie and for the first 15 minutes you think you know what you're getting yourself into. And once you finally settle in and understand what the movie is going for, and that it's a really dialogue-driven character story about caring about other people, giving a shit about the world, understanding how to pursue something in your life that you're excited for and that you want to do. And there's so many incredible themes running through this film that by the end of it, you're like, man, I'm glad that it's not one of those type of movies. And as much as I love Nicolas Cage schlock, it was great to see him in a role that really showcases his ability as an actor and just what a director can pull from him. Alex Wolff also gives a really good performance in this movie. I think that he's growing as an actor throughout his career. I think that he continues to get better the more movies that he does. And I think the relationship between his character and Nicolas Cage is really great and fleshed out really well. Alex Wolff plays this guy who, like I said, sells expensive restaurant items to restaurants, and his dad is also in the same business, and his dad has kind of just pushed him off and thought he was going to be a failure, and he doesn't really get any respect. And it's interesting in the movie where he wants people to take him seriously, and they're constantly like ignoring him and don't care, to the point where like the editor even fucks with it in the movie, where he's in the middle of a conversation and it just cuts off of him, because it's like the filmmakers are just trying to show you how disrespected he is and how people just don't care. And that really makes the impact of his character's development and growth in the third act so much better. And Nicolas Cage and the things that were revealed about his character throughout the film, it's done with such a delicate touch, and it really is executed very well. And I'm glad that it was a movie handled with such delicacy and ease, because it's a subject matter that I feel like a lot of movies don't tackle, where they're just having an open dialogue about people and caring for other people and understanding where other people come from and how certain people in their lives impact them in a specific way. It's really a story about empathy, and it was really a beautiful movie to watch, and I'm really glad that it was executed as well as it was. Cinematography looks nice. It's a pretty desaturated film, especially with some of the themes, but I think it's just because the movie is very dark and sad that they wanted the cinematography to accompany that. There's a couple moments where it's a little too dark, and I was kind of squinting my eyes at the screen a few times, just like, what the hell am I looking at? But nothing to really ruin the experience of the film for me. It has a really nice ambient soundtrack. I thought that it was really well utilized through the film to kind of just accompany this emotion that the filmmaker was going for. And I think more than anything, it's a performance-driven film. There are a couple spots in it that drag a little bit. The pacing isn't perfect, but I think once the movie really gets going, that it's really engaging and interesting. It's obviously not an action-packed, hard-hitting movie where every 5 seconds something's gonna get thrown in your face, but it is a slow burn drama about a character that you end up deeply caring for. And I don't want to spoil anything about the movie, because there's so many great plot points that move this along that as an audience member, if you watch it, you're going to be so much more engaged if I don't ruin it for you. So this is my endorsement. Go watch it. It's fantastic. So have you guys seen Pig yet? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Obviously, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought the performances were great. I thought it looked really great. The script was fantastic. I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments. If you leave me one down below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know what kind of content you guys are looking for. I've got plenty of content planned in the near future. I'm releasing content weekly, and I plan to continue releasing as much as possible every week as I can. So I've got a lot to go through. I've got playlists set up if you want to go back and look through certain styles or watch director ranked lists or spotlight director videos. I've got all that down below. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great rest of your day.